Hello all my data people. In today's video we are going to be going through how to add a visual component to a table or a matrix visual within Power BI. So within Power BI on table and matrix visuals you have the option to add in this little row that this little column that we've got here, adding in Sparklines onto these table or matrix visuals. We're going to walk through how to include these Sparklines, what exactly they do, and when you might be able to use them. So let's just start with a fresh screen. So we've got a category and a measure on this simple table here. So we're going to go through how to add in that Sparkline and how to set it up so that you can use it in your own reporting to enhance those table and matrix visuals to add a bit of visualization components instead of just a full data dump on your tables. So first of all, we need to make sure that the Sparkline setting is enabled in your Power BI desktop. So go into the Options, you're going to go to File, go to Options and Settings, and then open up your options. And then within the options window, it's going to be in the Preview Features section. So under Preview Features, make sure that this Sparklines option is checked off. So once that is checked off, go ahead and push OK. You might need to restart your Power BI desktop in order for the option to appear. But once that is checked off, you can now add these Sparklines into your visuals. So again, right now we're just going to be working with that table visual, which is the single field on there and then a measure as well. So once we've got our table set up, all you have to do is just click on the field that you want to add a Sparkline to. So we're going to click on our measure, and we're going to go to that measure dropdown and just click Add a Sparkline. So once we're in here, this is just where you're going to set up that Sparkline, right? So we're going to stick using that same measure that we have for our visuals. So we're going to use that same measure that we have. And then our x-axis is going to be by a date. So these Sparklines definitely work best as kind of a time series addition to these tables. So dates are probably going to typically be what you want to use for your x-axis. You can use other categories. It's just using that date is just going to make the most sense for this Sparkline setup on a table. So we're going to go ahead and select our date from our date table, and we're going to go ahead and push Create. And then once we create it, we can see that that Sparkline just automatically gets introduced in. So you can see that this specific individual had no revenue up until halfway through the date table and then started to really peak up at the end, right? And then you can see at the total Sparkline, you can really get a better sense of that trend line of this measure throughout the time series that you're working with, right? So throughout the full time series of dates that we have available, you can see we started pretty low and then we've got a nice little trend line going up. Right, so these Sparklines just add a super quick and easy way to visualize that data as opposed to having to add different bar charts, different line charts to show some of that as well. And then if you want to throw this into a matrix table, you can also do that and add in an additional category. Let's say we add some additional category to the column. This will still break out in that same spark trend way, right? So all of these different categories, you can now see at a quick glance all of those different categories and their trend lines with this Sparkline for that value that you've got the Sparkline added to, right? So super quick, super easy way to kind of add some additional value to some of those tables and matrix visuals that you guys are using. Hopefully this helps, and let me know if you have any questions, comments about it. Thanks for watching.